Welcome once again to episode whatever of the Drunk Bond podcast. With what do you want your alias to be this time? You can pick anything you want.
I wouldn't mind running as James Stock.
James Stock? I'm gonna go repeat with James St. John Smythe.
St. John Smythe.
Because St. John Smythe just
Nothing
really
wrong with that.
Scratches me right where I itch, man.
Nothing wrong with that.
Today we'll be discussing Goldfinger. By the way, follow us on. I never know how to. Follow us on Facebook, or like us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter. I don't know. Drunk Bond Pod on Twitter and Facebook.com/Drunk Bond Podcast. This is sponsored by Coppola Wine, folks. This is
A whole bottle of Coppola wine.
something that we do. It's called the Red Wine Challenge. We open up a bottle, don't get a glass,
Each.
and we drink it. And we just open that cork, and throughout this podcast, we're going to just goose a bottle of red. And we're not big wine connoisseurs, by the way.
We are not.
But today we are. So, crowbars up, and let's get started. So, Goldfinger, 1964, Guy Hamilton, who would later direct Diamonds Are Forever, Live and Let Die, and Man with the Golden Gun.
Look out.
So,
Did not know. Fun fact.
Turns into a veteran. They wanted to make Thunderball, but Kevin McClory was being a dick.
Jeez, that guy. That guy.
We'll have to have a whole podcast just for Kevin McClory. And how much and this new prick that we just found out about.
Oh, that fella. Yeah.
That GQ guy that said how much he hates Bond, like a whiny fucking bitch.
But he didn't go into a rant like how he hates fairy tales now that he's a grown man.
Yeah.
You know, it just Bond. You know, and a nice part of his. I'm sorry. It's always,
you know what?
This is not the way I wanted to start.
We don't want to.
I didn't want to start.
We don't want to go there. Let's focus on Goldfinger because, folks, you're going to get nothing but positive stuff from us on nothing but love.
Oh. Doesn't matter who the character is, by the way.
Because we dig on this movie.
We don't like.
So anyway, Gun Barrel comes up, still Bob Simmons, and the PTS. Now let's talk about that PTS.
Let's talk about that PTS.
Pre-title sequence. Bond with the that bird on his head, knocks out the guy, goes to that drug place, plants those bombs.
Can we first talk about how that tuxedo does not get ruined under a wetsuit?
Well, how could it?
That is fantastic. And white.
Yeah.
I mean, just...
First time we see that white dinner jacket. And the same mop that you use for Sylvia Trench, the same mop that was used for the woman behind the desk, the same mop that's been used throughout the whole franchise, you better grab it from me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's getting pretty stinky.
When Connery puts that white jacket on, look out, man. In the
fresh
carnation?
Yeah. That's something to get that carnation.
There?
Oh, especially to go through all the rigmarole that he went through, all that water, the bird, and everything.
I love this pre-title sequence. I love because it has nothing to do with the plot.
And that's nice. That's kind of refreshing sometimes. I enjoy that.
It's just Bond doing his own thing. This is what he does whenever we're not watching him. He's on his own mission, and he gets a call from M when the explosion goes off that like he's needed in Miami or like go to Miami or some shit like that. And then goes find his boo backstage. Oh shit! By the way, let's take a couple sips. I've been so busy.
Work.
Yeah, I've been so busy doing our. And whoever finishes first gets a prize.
Yeah. We haven't thought of it yet, but it's going to be good.
Oh. So he goes backstage, bangs that, or attempts to bang that dancer, uses her as a human shield, which is fantastic.
Gotta love that. I mean, gotta love it. Well, then don't get in cahoots with bad people if you don't want to be used as a human shield.
Right?
Do not cahoot and cavort with undesirables.
That's on her.
Don't do that. You know, sometimes you got to wrap a broad on the coconut to get them thinking straight. Right? Sean knows as well as anybody. You did her a favor.
Sean knows more than anybody about that rap on the Jack Johnson.
It's tough love.
Has that fight, throws him in the bathtub, one of the all-time great puns, the classics.
I mean...
Shocking, positively shocking, and then cuts to the title sequence with Shirley Bassey singing that. The iconic song, man.
And can we rewind for just a second? Is there any wonder why Bond beds all these women? He's always looking deep into their eyes, really making them feel love. That's how he saw that fella was coming, saw the reflection off that broad's eyes. It's the little things.
Well, Sean attracts these needy broads, and they need that look.
Yeah.
And Sean gives it to him.
And not that Sean isn't a dynamite knockout by himself, not that he has to look these broads in the eyes, but he really, you can see why these idiots fall in love with him.
Right.
With him,
I've almost fell in love, dude.
Exactly.
So we cut to the title sequence and the song. What are your thoughts on the song?
I love
Up there
the
for
song.
you?
Way up there. The pipes, the emotion that it brings, and all about the movie. I like a song about the plot. I enjoy that. That makes me happy.
And we don't have many songs lately that have been about the movie. Like it's all
kind of esoteric.
The Spectre song
thing.
was whatever,
they didn't say Spectre not once.
Another Way to Die. I don't know any of the titles.
Yeah,
What's the Casino Royale? Writings on the Wall for Spectre.
What you talking about? The Casino Royale.
The Quantum of Solace song was Another Way to... Dude, I have no clue right now that I'm thinking about it. But other than Skyfall, we haven't had many songs lately. My point is, I love a song to just embrace the movie.
I tell you, I have a few criteria that I want in a Bond song. It's not many, just a few. I like the title of the movie and the song. I like the plot of the movie and the song. And I like pipes.
Mm-hmm.
I like a good... I don't want any rap. I don't want any crazy lyrics. I want the man or woman to really blow. Really, really.
I love the lyrics for this song, and I'm going to read them to you right now.
Oh, please, by all means.
Well, it starts off as it should. Goldfinger.
You see? There's criteria number one. Got it.
Goldfinger. He's the man with the Midas touch. A spider's touch. Such a cold finger beckons you to enter his web of sin. But don't go in.
And this song is riddled with puns. It's just really written.
Golden words he'll pour in your ear, but his lies can't disguise what you fear. For a golden girl knows when he's kissed her. It's the kiss of death from Mr. Goldfinger.
That's it.
And it goes on the same. And then at the end, pretty girl, beware of his heart of gold. This heart is cold. He loves only gold, only gold. He loves gold. He loves only gold, only gold. He loves gold.
What are you trying to say?
We get it. He's a fan of gold. His name is Art, A-U. He's got gold hair. He dresses in gold. He smuggles gold. I understand. Great song. Now, it's not my top 3. It's more like an 8 or 9.
Oh, wow.
I know.
That's dropping.
Yeah.
That's some dropping.
It's loud and a lot of brass.
Oh, could be enough brass.
But I still like it, and it's probably the most iconic song of all, the whole movie. Everything in the movie is the most iconic thing of the whole series. I think other than Live and Let Die, it's the one song that everyone knows of the whole series. Anyway, so, cuts to Miami. Bond getting a rub down from Dink.
God,
Man talk.
Oh, can I talk about Dink for a second?
Let's talk about Dink.
Boy, that broad, very, very, short.
Very agreeable.
Very agreeable, yeah.
Yeah.
Knows how to take it.
Mm-hmm.
Knows how to take it. Can I say, I'd really like to dink my donut in her.
Right? Dinky donuts.
Yeah, she just really, and she would have definitely made my top 10 had she been there for more than a second. She really, she gets me.
Yeah. I think that she would be in my top 10, too.
You think so?
Oh, you think so, Doctor? So Felix walks up, man talk, get away, Dink. So basically Felix is saying, M says, keep an eye on Goldfinger. That's kind of what, something's up with this guy, keep an eye on him. And Goldfinger, we see him.
Real gin scam going. Britain's alarmed about his gin.
So he comes down in his gold swimwear, obviously. What other color was he going to pick? Starts playing cards. Bond knows what's up, sees the window. Power moves his way into Goldfinger's room.
Love it.
He just gets this lady's like, keys?
You look me in the eye. Is there one chambermaid in the United States that I told Bond no? Mm-hmm. Males included. Not a one.
Oh, I'd be unlocking all his doors.
Not a one.
He goes in, sees the radio and all that. When he sees
Jill, we haven't talked about high fashion yet.
Huh?
In that terry cloth robe at the thighs there.
But first he sees Jill Masterson, and good Lord.
God, butt on her. That's another butt that you don't see in the 60s.
That black bathing suit, man. Something about her. She's sexy.
She really is. And just laying there.
Yeah.
On her.
I just love the cat and mouse game that starts right there with Goldfinger and Bond. Now, this is how you do a Bond versus villain kind of unfolding.
Perfect.
It's just he's fucking with them. He knows it. He just Oh, it's fantastic, man.
And he laughs it off. He doesn't find anything. And you can see Goldfinger's absolutely... He breaks the pencil.
Yeah.
He's fuming. Bond just laughs it off. He's like, and I'm going to bang your secretary.
Well, he's like, I'm going to call the Miami police if you don't. Are the police going to... Like, if I was cheating you out of a card game right now, do you think the police are going to give a shit?
I don't think so.
But Goldfinger bends to his wishes. That dipshit he's playing doesn't realize he's always on the other seat, and he always has something in his ear. This isn't like he's listening to an iPod.
Radio.
It's 1964. Mm-hmm. What's he listening to?
Probably.
So that's really kind of on him.
Mm-hmm.
Don't play with him. Jerk off.
Especially after you've been taken to the cleaners every single time.
Never
won.
once.
You know?
It's not like it's the house always wins. It's just a game of gin.
Yeah.
Speaking of gin, we should have drank that, but...
That's great.
Oh, Coppola wine, man.
Mm-hmm.
Old Frankie Ford. You know, if we're talking movies, Frankie Ford, did you know he directed Jack?
The fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Jack? Like Robin Williams, that comedy?
Robin Williams. Bill Cosby.
That's so, like, Francis Ford Coppola directed a PG movie.
Yeah. You know he directed The Outsiders, too?
Well, now you're just talking crazy.
Yeah. Now, apart from Godfather 1 and 2 and Apocalypse Now, Frankie Ford's career...
He did the remake.
That's right, he did. Mm-hmm. Good call. I did not know that. I did know that, I just forgot it. My brain forgot it. Anyway.
Right, The Outsiders, that's blowing my mind, man.
Yeah, I know. Best cast ever, huh?
Yeah. Of unknowns.
Yeah, and they all end up just... Anyway, let's get back to Goldfinger. Bond fucks Jill, gets knocked out, and awakes to find Jill Masterson gold.
Just gonna sweep over our epic debates of the Beatles. We're not gonna talk about that. We must have spent how many bar hours?
That's kind of how this started, because we debated on what that means, earmuffs. I thought he was talking about earbuds to make the Beatles sound better, but it was really Bond giving the Beatles shit.
Guff, yeah.
And then we texted Kellner, and then the next time we saw Kellner, we decided to do all this Spectre stuff, and then everything's blown up from then. I just love to... You want to talk about another power move. Bond breaks into Goldfinger's room. Mm-hmm. He makes him lose $15,000.
Right.
Fucks his girlfriend.
Right.
And drinks his Dom Perignon from the fridge. Is he still in Goldfinger's room?
All in his room? No, because Felix called him.
No, he calls Felix.
He brought the bitch.
No, he calls Felix.
Oh,
we'll get to that in a second.
Oh, wow.
And I just can't figure out why Goldfinger's pissed.
So now, painting that bitch full of gold seems like a measured response, really.
Eddie Bond's the villain here. Jesus. God damn it, how much more shit does this guy want to give me?
Mm-hmm.
I love just the image of Oddjob going to the Sherwin-Williams store down the street, picking out some gold paint, and knocking her out.
That's what I'm saying. He just knocked her out. He didn't kill her. He wanted the paint to kill her.
Yeah, really taking his time. Iconic image of Jill Masterson, that gold. But I just love Oddjob.
On the VHS that I owned, that was the
she
VHS,
was on the cover.
That was the VHS cover.
She was on the cover of Time magazine, or one of those magazines.
Like that?
Time, yeah. This is the start of really Bond mania to this movie. But anyway,
elaborate deaths. That's what made this franchise.
And I love how look into Goldfinger. Okay, I think we got something on him. That's a murder.
It's pretty quick look in.
Now
you try to pin that on Goldfinger. There's no jury in the world that convicts Goldfinger on that murder.
There's a lot of buffers in between Goldfinger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You think Goldfinger would be that careless? Get out of town.
But you got to be suspicious of Goldfinger. Because she's paying in gold.
It's calling card, you would say?
And there's a motive there. Mm-hmm. You think they'd look into that. Hey, can you find some dirt on Goldfinger?
His girlfriend was killed with gold paint. You think that's related to anything? Mm-hmm. No.
She was killed in his room. Anything there? What do you hope to solve? Not a murder. I'm going to solve a murder. And of course, M gives him the whole shit of this isn't a personal vendetta. How many times does M have to do that shit?
And how many times does M have to understand that Bond doesn't care about not one of these skeezers that he knocks down?
Yeah.
Not a one of them. Including the one he murdered. Fucking lies and big.
So he calls Felix after that, I love Felix's response because he goes, Felix, the girl's dead. And he just goes, Dink? He goes, no.
I did not notice that.
I noticed it for the last time. Feels like, I'm sorry, I can't keep track of all your girls. Dink?
No.
No, some other broad. Oh, so I saw you a couple hours ago, and you were fucking this girl.
You ended up meeting another broad, fucking her,
and she's murdered. Yes.
Yeah.
Can you help me? Mm-hmm. Sure, I'll be over in a minute.
Well, I love the face push, too.
So, yeah.
That's really just shut that whore mouth. Men are talking, woman.
So he goes to cut to M's office, personal vendetta shit. And M was like pissed at him for getting in all these hijinks.
We don't go straight to them all having dinner in the tuxes.
No, I think it's like the next.
Okay, it's the next.
Yeah, spoiler alert. I mean, you just gonna give the whole movie away? You gonna give dinners away?
I'm gonna do color. You do plot. Offsides.
Better watch it, dude. You better look,
bro.
So M's like, it's only because of me and Felix that you're not in the custody of Miami police. I'm like, what did Bond do wrong? All he did was have sex with somebody.
Of course.
Premarital sex.
His seam is deep inside that golden.
But really, though, he's just like, he's pissed at Bond. He's like, it's a wonder you're not in police custody because of me and your friend Felix. Like, did Bond do something wrong that we just missed?
Well, I mean,
he fucked a girl, and then the girl got murdered by someone else.
Yeah,
what
did the last person's semen inside that girl, if any detective worth his salt is going to be questioning that person's
semen. They don't give a shit about that evidence in the 60s, man.
Oh, woman's semen evidence?
A woman's semen? No, I don't care.
No?
Oh, dude.
She was asking for it.
So, he says, come meet us at dinner with the head of the Bank of England, and they get all the information on gold. And basically, how does Goldfinger smuggle his gold in? That's how we're going to get him. Not by the murder that was just committed.
No.
We're going to get him on smuggling.
Makes sense.
So, then Bond goes to Q Branch. Of course, more live ammo going all over the fucking place.
Well, yeah.
And then we unveil the DB5.
You want to grab a mop.
Yeah.
You better grab a big man.
Yeah. And that's not for the oil.
Yeah. Well, I got a lot of liquids coming out of mine.
And dude, I don't even like cars.
Me neither.
And
that's a sexy goddamn car. Today, that's a sexy car.
It's the coolest car.
It doesn't even look like a dumb 60s car or anything.
Is there a more famous car in movie history? I guess maybe the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Maybe, but if you drove that around, you'd look like an asshole right now. You drove a DB5 right now, you'd still be a sex symbol. It would still be a cool car right now if you were driving that
instant
around.
roadhead.
That's it.
Yeah, be he a man or a woman.
But it's not a movie prop. It's a good looking car, and it's been a good looking car for 60 fucking years.
If we ever have fuck you money, that's the first fuck you purchase I'm going to make is a DB5.
We're going to buy two of them when we play chicken with the first two, and then we're going to drive around.
And then we just don't veer off. We just run into each other.
Oh, I'm running straight into you, and I'm ejector seat.
Yeah, dude. All right, let's not forget about the wine.
That's it.
It's a great year, 2013. Mm-hmm. I'm drinking the Cab. Is that a Pinot?
No, this is a bottle. Yeah, Pinot.
All right, so he gets the Aston Martin. He goes and meets Goldfinger at the golf course.
Goddamn great scene.
And again, dude, like this is how you do it. This is how you play that perfect back and forth between a Bond, the cat and mouse game, and they know what each other is up to.
Like you said, it is the perfect cat and mouse game.
But they're not going to say it out loud. Mm-hmm. And as the audience, you're not quite sure. Shit, does Goldfinger remember that that's him? Oddjob's there. It's just perfect. Everything is fucking perfect.
And as if you didn't know that Oddjob was a character that you need to pay attention to every time he's on the screen. Ding!
Ding! Ding! Many people have tried to meddle in my affairs. Few have succeeded.
Fun fact about Oddjob, the actor, he medaled in the 48 Olympics.
Really?
Weightlifting, I think.
Oh, look at you bringing fun facts to the table.
There it is. Color for a reason.
What's his name again? I used to know the name.
Oh, God.
Oddjob. His name's Oddjob.
Korean.
That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. How about that? How about the raging hard-on that Goldfinger gets when that gold brick is...
Dude, can't look, can't make a putt, can't dude...
Just came in my pants!
Oh, yeah.
Just came in his gold pants.
Oddjob! Go to the pro shop, need some more action slacks.
Oddjob,
yeah. Dude, can't look at anything else. Like, he stopped listening to what Bond was saying.
Uh-huh.
You just stare at it.
Where'd you get that gold?
And I was like, you own all kinds of gold. This is one brick.
One brick, dude.
One brick.
Oh, he always wants more.
I love it.
Well, shit. We've drank a shit ton of alcohol, but if you put a little beer in front of me, I start licking my lips. I've had all the beers in the world, but I still want more.
That was a fantastic analogy, really. Apples to apples.
Connery started golfing after this movie.
Well, why wouldn't you? It was a dynamite scene.
Yeah. Once he played on that set, he was like, I kind of like it, and he he still plays golf to this day, all day. And
not with his wife.
Yeah. I'm assuming that's what he does all day on Scotland, just plays golf and retire, like he's just enjoying retirement.
Well, it kind of makes sense. They invented the fucking game, too, so it's might as well have the most iconic Scotsman,
True.
William Wallace, swing the sticks a little bit.
If y'all get a chance, please look up the full interview with Barbara Walters.
The full one.
Not just a clip of him talking about beating women. The full, because he talks about how much he doesn't want to play golf with his wife, and it's just unapologetic, like, no, I don't want to play with him. Oh, why don't you play golf with your wife? Because I don't want to.
Well, I like to play golf in the company of men.
Yeah.
It's a normal...
Well, how come? Because I just don't like it.
And she's like, is she bad? She's a fantastic golfer. I don't want to do it.
Yeah. And how much have we brought that Goldfinger golf game into our own golf game?
Oh, my God.
Every time we were with Chuck that time, first hole, and he was looking for his ball for 15 minutes, and we were very fast golfers.
This is on a public course, mind you. We're talking about $30 to play this fucking course now. 15 minutes on the first hole.
A lot of poor people.
Oh, yeah.
And after 10 minutes on the first fucking shot, let's go, Goldfinger! What's your fucking distance? Get the fuck up, man.
Some of the fun we like to have.
Every time we find our ball, play a Schlesinger 7, but it's your honor, sir.
Oh, man. That fucking turd.
So Goldfinger wins. Bond tricks him, and they're not very happy about the whole thing. And then Goldfinger finally lets him know that he knows who the fuck he is.
That's what Goldfinger wants to bring the whole audience in. Like, look, motherfucker, all right, you cost me that gold bar.
This is a warning.
All right?
You cost me $15,000, and then that gold bar, and then you fucked with me. We both cheated, let's just be honest. We both cheated. And then Oddjob's like, oh, and in case you didn't believe me, crushes that golf ball in front of his face. Mm-hmm. And this is what you have to deal with. So, walk away. Walk away.
And as if you didn't need that. I was about taking a statue head off with a fucking hat.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
But good thing Goldfinger owns the course.
Good thing. I doubt it very much, Mr. Bond.
So after they leave, Bond plants that homing device on his car. He follows Goldfinger. A homegirl passes him up. As he's driving, he's like, discipline, 007, discipline.
Yeah, has to talk himself out. It was a woman driving.
He was going to abandon the whole thing.
Deal's off. Fuck it.
He was going to abandon the entire mission.
I gotta go slay this fucking bopper, dude. Gotta do it. There's no way around it. There is no way around it. Sorry. So, now, how do you think he types that report up back to him? So what happened again, 007? A woman.
Shit. A girl passed me up and I just had to fuck her.
I understood that this mission was going to be only around men and there was going to be no problem. But
you send me in a pool of men, I'm fine. Yeah, once that one woman shows up, then I'm really fucked.
Passed me, so I decided, fuck it.
I decided to take my prize.
Yeah. And how he gets her, by the by. Let's talk about that for a second. You want to talk about assault?
Yeah.
You know.
That comes later. He parks and watches Goldfinger at a fucking fruit stand, I guess.
Now, why is it?
He's big on fiber.
Stopping on a fruit stand.
Fiber, man.
Fiber. Does he have a body that looks like he can?
Probably Oddjob. Oddjob.
Oddjob. Well, Oddjob's yoked.
That's to keep his henchman in shape.
That's something I can get behind. That's That's some Dr. Julius Snow.
Tilly shooting at Goldfinger. How much does she miss by? Good Lord.
Well, she missed by 2 highways.
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't even get it on the right fucking road.
I mean, close, man.
I mean, a woman with a gun, dude. It's like a woman with the right to vote. I mean, what's the use? What is the use? I'd just soon try to lasso the moon to try to figure out what a woman's thinking.
You got no argument from me, man. I got nothing to say.
God.
It's a horrible shot.
Horrible
shot.
Well, it wasn't even the right altitude.
Yeah. The Bond's like, Jesus, what the fuck?
I mean, she shot around a mountain like he wasn't standing next to Goldfinger.
Yeah. So nice try.
Maybe get a higher grade bullet.
And then he runs her off the road after that, which is just almost just murder.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it's at least second degree.
Does one good turn not deserve another? I mean, she just did try
a double blowout. Like, no, that's not a blowout, dude. Do you not see the rest of your car that's completely to shit? He drops her off at the gas station and goes to Ark Enterprises.
Boy, and can we talk about her attitude? I mean, as if she has
and a shit actress too.
Goddamn reason to.
She's just a shitty. Yeah, she just sucks.
Yeah. Well, she was probably mad because she wasn't wearing a skirt. She was wearing a fucking pantsuit, and she didn't feel sexy. That's probably why she was so fucking.
Well, and yeah, she's got big shoes to fill with her sister Jill.
Exactly. She's always been in that shadow, and
her whole life
that shadow. Exactly.
Yeah.
You want to talk about somebody's heart that's cold?
Right. In the back of her head, she was kind of pleased that Jill was dead. Because she didn't have to, like, be compared to her anymore. Jill's gone. He gone.
Jill's gone, huh? Oh.
So Tilly's, like, the hot shit now in town. Yeah. Of the Masterson family.
You think people are going to substitute Tilly for Jill? Tilly, get out of the fucking clouds, lady.
Alright, so, goes to Ark Enterprises. Breaks in, spies at night, kind of overhears some shit about Operation Grand Slam and how Goldfinger's getting his gold in, you know, all this shit. Sees Tilly Masterson again.
Oh, with her famous rifle. Really going to get the job done now?
She sets off the fucking alarm.
Yeah. Well, now that it's at night, she's probably a better shot at night, I reckon. And then hits the only fucking tripwire in Goldfinger land forest. Stupid bitch. Jesus Christ. How's she stayed alive so long?
Oh, she doesn't have much time left. Oddjob puts it into that. Quick.
Oddjob watched the Masterson race off the fucking planet, dude.
Oddjob is in no mood for a Masterson.
Yeah, not when Oddjob's around. I'll tell you that much.
No one loved Oddjob's death more than the Masterson family.
They finally got some closure.
Mama and Papa got some closure.
Some Ma and Pa Masterson, they really got some healing done in Fort Knox.
So they have the DB5 chase, showing off all the gadgets and shit. One of those cars, of course, has the hilarious explosion.
Oh, wait, I mean, Oddjob.
It hadn't happened yet.
I really enjoy when she snapped that bitch's neck. That was a very...
The car explosion, then, Oddjob, once they get out,
I mean, like her
she
neck,
runs away and just whack.
Oh, man. Oddjob hit her on the run, dude.
Yeah, leads her.
Yeah, that's like Brady hitting Welker 30 yards down.
Exactly,
dude. That's something else.
Oddjob does share a lot of similarities with Tom Brady.
Other than the height, it's really much. I'm sure Oddjob had a dime piece back home, too.
Yeah.
And if they didn't, I mean, you just crush them and then pay them fucking gold.
Well, there's always the threat of violence from Oddjob, so you know.
Plus,
if you don't say yes, then shit, man, you get that hat in your beak.
You want to talk about his terrifying smile?
I do want to talk about that terrifying smile.
That's a terrifying goddamn smile, man.
He's scary.
That's a short Korean that I am deathly afraid of.
I love a henchman that doesn't say anything.
Right?
You know?
Right? You know what I mean? Do your talking on the field, man. Do your talking on the field.
Other than
Wow, that's dynamite.
So they have the chase. He kills Tilly Masterson, and then they take Bond hostage, and then let him drive his own gadget laden car.
Well, no. They had a henchman pointing a gun at him. What could go?
They just saw him use the whole car. Why let him drive it again? I mean,
well, it was a British car. Those Chinese didn't know how to drive it. It made sense.
Or just leave the car there and just bring him in your own car.
Well, no, come on. There's a car on Goldfinger's ranch.
That's true.
The property taxes on that. It's just
it's going to get towed.
You know?
And
what if there's a ding? then MI6 has a claim.
Yeah.
The Goldfinger.
It's a good point.
It's just a big problem.
Yeah, it's a mess. Better to let him just drive it off the lot. Or at least park it in a, legal parking zone. Good point. He gets killed basically by a mirror and the glare. He just can't figure it out. And crashes into it. And Oddjob, remember the Oddjob in the mirror? So they take him hostage and they strap him to the laser table with the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids laser.
Right. First, can we talk about another Goldfinger's uniforms, man? He really knows how to outfit his guys. Nice blue with a nice gold sash. Really, it really brings it all together.
Just a smack of gold.
You see, he didn't go overboard,
Well, one might say it's a little overboard on the gold. It's a lot of gold these working
on his, but
but the henchmen look great, man. And a lot of Asians.
Right.
That he sells up the fucking river.
Of course.
Spoiler alert, though.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind. We'll get to that in a minute.
Well, the thing is, he needs people that can count. He's always getting more assets. He needs all those counters, those goddamn mean counters.
So they strap him to the laser table, which another iconic Bond scene. Him strapped to that table with that laser. Do you expect me to talk? All that stuff.
It's great.
Well, they start the laser process. My thing is, when the laser starts going and Goldfinger goes back to his work with this Asian guy, would they just kind of sit back while a human being gets lasered up the middle?
Just in half.
It would put Quarrel's bone-chilling screams to shame. A human being getting lasered in half.
And
from his penis?
Starting with his ball sack.
Yeah, to his
up
brain.
Up through his dome. Yeah.
And you're just not going to...
Sinjin, I've had some busy days over at work now, all right? I've never had a day where I was so busy that I couldn't watch my corporation laser somebody up the middle. There's not one thing that I've ever done in my work career that would say, "Look, I'm too busy to go watch that." I would have stuck around.
But would you want to watch it?
Oh, goddamn, yeah.
It's like brains and guts and a lot of stuff.
Well, you got to, man.
Yeah, if it's there.
Come on.
Why would you build a laser if you're not going to use it?
Why do people rubberneck on the highway?
This is true. This is true. Good point, Stock. And they keep him alive for I'm not sure what reason. It was, if you kill me, then they'll know the jig is up.
And they'll know the jig is up.
And they'll send everybody.
Okay. So if we keep you alive, then...
They're assuming that I'm all cool.
So that's why he brings the horse form, so they can just see him walking around
I think so.
as a faux prisoner.
It's okay. Let's take a little break for the advertisements for this week. We just have one. All right, cum buckets. Cum buckets, folks. Has it been a while since you've been with that special someone? Is the wife giving you lots of guff? Do you want a new disease for your body to fight? Well, come to Cum Buckets. Offering the finest whores in all the land, Cum Buckets has a variety of black, white, Asian, fat, and Latino hookers that will satisfy all your needs. And as a special offer to all our listeners, receive a 10% discount when you mention our name. And free balloons for the kids. That's Cum Buckets, folks. Where you come first. All right, so back to the movie. So they knock him out after the laser. You've been to Cum Buckets, huh?
I have.
Yeah.
I would go to another bucket, but the Cum Buckets.
Yeah. Last time I was there, I stayed for lunch. I had the eggs.
Yeah.
Delicious. I don't know what they put in those eggs, man, but whew.
Last time I was there, I fertilized the eggs.
It's my eggs.
Yeah.
So they knock him out. He wakes up on the plane, and he meets Pussy.
Galore.
Which is just fantastic. Pussy galore. I must be dreaming. They obviously start drinking. He plants that homing device in his shoe.
And it's so cute that she thinks she's in control.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
He keeps
it's one of the funnest things.
And she basically says, I'm immune to your charms. And, that's another middle note for Connery.
Okay.
Are you?
Okay.
So they land. They get in his car. They see Pussy's pointed tit nipple
pilots.
And then they go to Goldfinger's farm, which is a fantastic lair.
It is a fantastic lair. Just a nice horse farm. Your average.
What's our status on the wine?
I can't tell. I think mine's fatter. That's the only reason why mine's
I think we're about even. All right. So
I
Goldfinger...
don't have a volumetric pipette or anything, but I'm just thinking.
Yeah. We'll get a scale out in a minute. So Goldfinger, because the Goldfingers, all of his investors, who are the biggest fucking retards.
Yeah. And it's supposed to be all organized crime.
$1 million bucks. So pay. Like just cheesy lines, all this shit. Hey, what's with that trick pool table? Hey, turn those lights back on. I don't think I like this.
Well, then these dumbasses don't understand is that, have you not seen all the 50,000, not 50, but maybe, I don't know, 500 Chinamans with machine guns? And you have what? You and your underboss with you? You're only 2 guys per team.
I know.
And at the best, can you even get on an American airline in the 60s with a handgun?
At least bring your crew.
What do you have? You got nothing.
Hey, is this a merry-go-round? I don't think I like this. What's that map?
I don't know how I'd be spitting out all these orders if I'm surrounded by, I don't know, Chinamen with machine guns.
Yeah.
That's just me. That's how I live my life.
Bond escapes his cell. Idiot henchman.
Well,
all he does is just go down like
the Chinese.
It's the Chinese. So anyway, Goldfinger tells everyone this plan and gasses them. And the big thing is, amongst fans and critics alike, why would he tell them the plan if he's just going to gas them immediately? And we figured it out.
We did. We had a buddy of ours.
And what is it?
Right for it. Pure and simple. Power move.
Power move, dude.
And
it's a power move.
I understand it. I get it. Mm-hmm. It's something that I would do.
Maybe Goldfinger needed a little confidence boost. Just to know that he can gas them if he wanted to.
Well, after
it's a power move.
After losing Jill to Bond, you gotta do something.
Yeah,
he needed something to get the old.
He needed people to know that he was in charge.
That's it. Oh, don't think that didn't put a little lead in your pencil, huh?
Right?
Gassing about a half dozen human beings,
and not just human beings. It's like the 5 families of America.
I'm telling you, dude. Probably, dare I say, more efficient than Michael Corleone.
Speaking of Coppola wine,
there it is.
Barzini, Italia. Well, he never could have fought Santino. So, anyway, Pussy finds Bond. He slips the homing device to Mr. Solo, the guy that leaves from the gangsters. Mm-hmm. He gets, in a
Doesn't
box.
exactly leave, does he?
Yeah, I'm not really sure why he puts it in his pocket. Mm-hmm. What do you hope to gain from that?
I think it was the only person.
Follow Mr. Solo to the airport? I never really understood that.
I think he was trying to keep tabs on where Oddjob was.
I guess, dude.
I guess.
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So Goldfinger tells Bond his real plan, and this is why, another reason why I love this movie is we think we know what's happening. Bond thinks he knows what's happening, and then Goldfinger twists it on us like, no, I don't want to...
We still don't know the whole plan.
No, he tells him right there.
After... Oh, right. But during the mob thing, we don't know that...
He's basically going to knock off Fort Knox.
Because everybody thinks he's going to rob Fort Knox.
Right.
Take Fort Knox and go.
But his actual plan is to set off a bomb in Fort Knox, and you can't get to that gold, so that makes Goldfinger's gold that much more valuable.
Come on, that's some clever shit, man.
And that's
some good stuff,
solid.
Man.
And that makes this one of the better villain dastardly plans.
It's cool
ever. It's great, and it's a twist, and you both find out about it at the same time as Bond, and it's great. And Bond really applauds him for it.
He does.
This one, he's like, wow,
okay. Finally, he's just like...
That's pretty solid.
He's like...
I'm going to give it to you, Goldfinger.
Like, oh, but that's it.
Let's go, Goldfinger!
Something else, man. You know what? I want to have one of those mint jewels, man. Man. Give me a mint jewel, dude.
Let's get fucked up!
Something else, man. Oh, man.
All right. Goldfinger knows that Felix and all of them are around, so he says, all right, Pussy, make sure Mr. Bond looks like he's having a good time, if you know what I mean. Just whores her off. And Bond, and by no stretch of the imagination, just rapes her. It's a rape, y'all.
Well, what's funny about the movie is, yes, it's a rape, sure, but the score is great. Like, as they're throwing each other around, the music is so Disney. It's just like, okay.
What's with all these Bond movies on doing that flip move? Mm-hmm.
That flip move is something else.
They all love it.
Did you believe anything that Pussy could have done to him? And did you believe that she could have...
By getting raped, she turns to his side, as rapes tend to do. Oh, you just raped me. Now I see eye to eye with you.
I just didn't see it from your perspective. Now I get it.
But you forced me to.
You just wanted to force me to have a shattering orgasm. Thank you.
So later, I guess the next day, or I don't know.
So through the tears and the blood, she eventually comes around to Bond's side.
Yeah. So Pussy starts the planes, and fake gas. Well, we don't know it's fake gas, but gases everyone as part of the plan. So the plan was for her to gas everybody so they can get in and fuck with the gold. So Pussy fake gases everyone.
Just set off a nuke to make you couldn't touch America's gold for 50 years. A nuclear bomb has a 50-year half-life.
Right. I love how everyone just sells it so well too. Right when the plane goes on, just boom. And can you just fly a plane over Fort Knox and not be authorized?
No, that gas actually worked, man. She still laid the gas.
Yeah, no, it's a fake. They all get back up immediately.
Yeah, they get back up. It's not a killer gas. It only knocks you out for so many hours.
No, it was a fake gas. She wasn't doing anything.
Oh, it was supposed to kill everybody?
Yeah. Did you see the gangsters get killed in Goldfinger's map room?
That was said gas?
Same gas.
Okay.
Ever seen this flick?
I think she switched out the gas, though.
Well, yeah.
To a different gas that only puts you out for a few minutes.
No, I think it was just, hey, this is what we're doing. Act like you're out and get back up.
He didn't have time to get back to all those people. Operation Grand Slam.
I mean, dude, if we're talking, like, if we're going to really get into, like, the time, like, essence, I mean, did he have time to do it?
You see gases coming out of the plane.
They're 30,000 or 15,000 feet above their heads, and right when they fly by, they're just out. They just pass out. It's fake. It's just they're just doing it just to make Goldfinger know that he's okay, and then they get back up.
But then the next question would be, why not?
So you think it's real gas? They substituted 15-second gas.
So you're saying they caught all that? Hey, act like you're asleep, and then let him do it instead of why not? He just killed 18 people. Why don't we just go attack the horse farm with our actual American military?
You think they conjured up some 15-second gas and replaced it?
It wasn't 15 seconds. They were out for a good while.
All right, 60-second gas. 2-minute gas. Like, no, they just, all right, this is the plan. You know, but this is what's happening at Fort Knox. Get back up and attack.
Well, I guess.
Because if they were knocked out, they would take umbrage to that.
We'll get back up and...
like, all right, who the fuck gasses for 15 seconds? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. So that was...
They wouldn't just be like, oh...
Was that to catch Goldfinger so for the trial later? Catch Goldfinger, yeah. When they go to court.
Anyway, dude.
Like I said, as much as I think I know these movies, I feel like I haven't watched any of them.
I know. Well, it's because you haven't.
That's why I'm color.
So this fucks up Goldfinger's whole plan because all the Americans are awake again. And in one of the all-time great paranoia schemes, he has...
Is it paranoia if it works out?
Yeah.
Is it paranoia if it works out?
He has a backup plan of having American generals' uniform underneath his clothes. Now, you want to talk about some high-level shit.
Do you amass that much gold? I mean, being an idiot? You don't.
Can't.
You don't.
Can't.
You don't.
I just love the mindset. And he's been working for, like, years on this plan.
Slaughters them.
And
slaughters
like, Zoran style, just
slaughters
them. And then right when he says, hey, they're over there, gets the machine gun, slaughters the Americans, too. Like, dude, you want to talk about a man on a mission.
Listen, he loves only gold. Those things that he killed?
Only gold.
None of them were gold. Not a one of them.
So they close the safe because everything's blowing up.
Could you imagine owning shares of Auric Industries and that bomb going off? My God.
I know. But how much do you think it declined once he defused that bomb?
Yeah, and everybody's like, oh, fella, there's a big risk premium here.
This is as risky an investment as anything else, man. Sometimes it gets defused, sometimes it goes off. You just don't know. So the safe gets closed once everything goes to hell. Oddjob kills one of the henchmen for trying to leave. Like, Oddjob's in it to win it.
Well, that's some Dr. No type of henchman there.
I mean, you want to talk about loyalty. Oddjob's in it, like you said, in it to win it.
I'm going to go and kill this secret agent, and I'm locked in here with a nuclear bomb. No way I'm getting out of here.
Yeah. The henchman's trying to leave, like, dude, we got to get the fuck out of here. Oddjob's like, And, dude, every time I watch this movie, it doesn't matter how many times, because Bond's handcuffed to the bomb, and he has the key. He sees the key on the henchman that Oddjob just killed, and he's getting to it. And watching Oddjob run down the stairs...
You want to talk about that?
Dude,
fear.
The fear boner that I get is terrifying. Watching Oddjob run down the stairs...
He'd have ripped James' head off. Like, what he would have done if it had gotten to him?
It's like, it stresses me out every time, man.
What do you think about? I think about that golf ball. Like, first thing he'd have grabbed, he'd have just...
His skull.
Like, it scares the shit out of me when it's
And then one of the best fights, I mean, that fight, dude, the Fort Knox with him and Oddjob.
Dude, hits him with a fucking brick.
It's so great, man.
Nothing.
I love how Bond conveniently finds that that metal pole, you know?
Yeah.
And then Oddjob's like, fuck off!
Chops it. Just
Yeah.
There's a piece of it. Hits him in the beak and he just smiles at him.
I love Oddjob just smiling the whole time, and then when Bond gets his hat,
Yeah.
that frown comes upon like, oh shit. Okay.
All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this.
And then Oddjob gets electrocuted and all that shit. They defuse the bomb. He blew a fuse. On 007 time.
You think he sent the Masterson the letters doing that same pun?
Wait, what?
I think he sent the Masterson the letter with that same pun. I know your seed's wiped out from this planet, but when I killed the guy that killed your daughters, I made a joke. You loved it.
From Her Majesty's Secret Service. Dear Ma and Paul Masterson.
HMS, yeah. Dear Ma and Paul Masterson.
It is with great regret that Jill and Tilly are fucking corpses. However, the guy that killed them, he blew a fuse. You think they got the humor?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they probably called.
They
probably called him. How did they go? Did they go peacefully? Well,
difficult to say.
One of them asphyxiating himself on golden paint, and then the other was killed by a hat to the neck. So, I don't know how to answer your question, but if I was a betting man, I'd say no. No, I don't think they went. I don't think they went that peacefully.
Oh God!
Could you imagine them two sitting in it like they're bawling, crying, and M has to tell them exactly how that went down?
Oh man!
and then I'm sure their next question: and where was your man while all this was going on?
He's fucking them both.
He fucked both of them.
Sorry.
Yeah. That was on us.
But at least MI6 was nice enough to send the letter.
Yeah. And the good news, American economy didn't collapse either. So there's that. You know,
it's coming up roses for everyone, but the Masters.
The Masters are still reeling. Probably still right now, the Masters are still reeling a little bit, but everybody else came out like roses.
Yeah. So after that, Bond gets a plane to Washington because the president wants to meet him because how great a job he did. And Felix says, I told the stewardess liquor for 3. But Bond's the only one on the plane. It's a great line.
It is a dynamite line.
But I'm the only one on the plane. Yeah, I know. And somehow Goldfinger's on the fucking plane.
Okay, you were fine with his plan B. You didn't think he had plan C.
Plan C, man. Yeah. He comes out with, of course, his gold Cougar Magnum.
Dude, I think Goldfinger is probably the president right now.
I love how he schools Goldfinger on guns. He's like, if you shoot me, it'll be on the fuselage. I told Pussy about it earlier.
Yeah. Did she not talk to you?
So they fight. Goldfinger gets sucked out the plane, which is fantastic. Plane crash with another hilarious explosion before it even gets there.
Because of a woman driver, really.
Bond and Pussy parachute out of there, and they fuck under the parachute. In credits. So there's Goldfinger. You know, I can't say enough good things about this movie.
I really can't.
It's the quintessential Bond. It's what every Bond movie aspires to be.
It had it all, really.
Well, every Bond movie has a formula, you know. You know, the villains, the henchmen, the song, and the this and that. And you could make an argument that Goldfinger does every single one of those things perfectly.
Perfectly.
You can make it now, although maybe it's not your favorite, but like you can make an argument that this is Connery's best performance as Bond, and maybe the best performance of any Bond in any movie.
Perfectly. He had the perfect, the sentimentality the whole time.
Yeah. He just, it's like you can't pinpoint what makes a great Bond. It just, when they have it, they have it. And Connery, especially in this movie more than anything else, he just had it, dude. Like, he's just on fire.
But the thing about it, the plot.
Now,
wasn't ridiculous. It was a little ridiculous to get into Fort Knox, but the idea,
right?
Not taking Fort Knox, that's genius,
right?
It's genius. It's
now, as Bond fans, we don't want to dissect the plot too often.
No, because it's tough. Because I don't know half the plot.
Exactly. But while we're at it, this one's like, okay, that's actually pretty solid.
Right?
It's pretty solid plan.
It's just not.
It's creative.
It's not as outlandish. There's a reason for it. Not just the general. I want to take over the world. It was just I would like to be more powerful and rich. It's something I can sink my teeth in.
Right.
You
can make the argument that the girls, Pussy is the best Bond girl.
Sure.
Not my favorite, but Pussy's like number 2 or 3 for me.
Yeah, she was Jill. For me. Older broad too. Now let's not forget.
Yeah,
Pussy was a little long in the tooth, but we got her because she wasn't too
right.
When Goldfinger asked her to do something, she did it. Dug that, but she wasn't a fucking retard like Tatiana.
I love a Bond girl that can hold her own. That doesn't have to keep advertising.
But doesn't need to feel like she has to overcompensate. Yeah. Overcome. Well, I'm in a man's world. I gotta be more fucking
like Anya and all them. Like, well, actually, Mr. Bond, I'm an agent. Like, how about just do it? Like Pussy.
You know what I mean? Competent.
Yeah.
People love a competent woman that doesn't tell you that she's competent.
She has her own. She's an entrepreneur. She has her own show.
Yeah.
Pussy Galore's pointed nipple tit pilots, whatever the fuck that's called.
But isn't there something to be said about that? Look, she was a pilot that owned her own company. An actual company, mind you.
Hey, you think it's just easy to get your pilot's license?
No, goddamn.
In 1964, as a woman?
It's not. But she didn't throw it in my face. Exactly. She didn't throw it in my face that she had to work harder to get it.
She just brushed it off.
I understood. That's why I dig it. I dig that.
She digs it. She does it like every other person in the world. She just, this is what I do. This is who I am. I'm Pussy. And you could also make the argument that this song is the best song ever. It's not my favorite song, but it's the most iconic song that there is.
It's close to mine. I don't know.
It's it. This is another thing I don't want to pay attention to is the score of a movie, but the soundtrack throughout the movie. Dude, it's fantastic. The set design, like Goldfinger's map room, Fort Knox, homeboy Ken Adam.
Fort Knox was cool as shit, dude. I have no idea what Fort Knox looks like. I assume it's like with the different levels.
Exactly.
In the big...
that guy Ken
and
Adam.
just go fucking everywhere.
Ken Adam, who did Dr. No, he didn't do so much of Love because he was on Dr. Strangelove.
How's that supposed to make me feel?
He did Goldfinger, he did You Only Live Twice. You think an underground volcano just comes out of nowhere? He did Spy Who Loved Me.
Strong. So all the
classic stuff. So Ken Adam, anything great that you love, he did.
That's what I'm saying. It's cool. Great layers.
It's perfect.
I like the idea of Fort Knox being actually having the door is a big vault. Mm-hmm. That can't possibly be true. But when I was a kid, I was like, well, of course, that makes perfect sense to me.
This is my favorite Bond movie. Like every time I go into it, I have a shit attitude going into it. I said, it can't be this good. It can't be.
I'm totally with you on that. And
honestly, I'm tired of telling people this is my favorite movie because it's like a cliche almost. Oh, Goldfinger. Once I start watching it, 5 minutes in, I'm like, shit. It gives me no choice. I have to pick it. 1 through 10 scale.
10. Jesus, come on.
You want to talk about a Rin 10? It's perfect. It finally got toppled last time, right?
It did for me, but it was just...
But it is the perfect... It's nothing better. Nobody does it better. Whether you...
It's fucking great.
Whether it's your favorite movie or not, as a Bond fan, you have to admit, when you watch this movie, it's just... it's it.
If I would have to say...
No pun intended, it's the gold standard.
It's Goldfinger's.
It really is.
I mean, if you want to describe the franchise to somebody,
Yeah.
That's the movie I would describe the franchise.
If some dude our age would say, all right, how do I get into Bond? Goldfinger's the first one. That's it. So we can't say enough good things about Goldfinger. We didn't get as far along as we're about halfway through our wine, but don't you worry about us. We'll finish it. Oh, and get
some burps.
Always get a case of the burpees
every now and then
at the very end. All right, let's get into some of the fun facts.
Let's talk about the fun facts.
Just a few. The title sequence, the actress who they
got wrapped in the coconut,
project all the stuff on, like her body, like the credits. That's Think.
The fuck out of here!
Yeah. How about that?
That's something else,
right? Pretty cool.
Man.
I did not know that. I did not know that. I didn't know that.
I knew I had a thing for Dink before I started this thing.
Like I said, this began Connery's love for golf. This is the only film where Connery orders a martini shaken, not stirred. It's the only one he does it.
The fuck out of here.
And apparently, Roger Moore never does it. Which I'm not quite sold on that. I'm not going to go through all those movies and see. Roger,
I've always
of all
taken
people.
umbrage on that. I've seen him drink one.
This is a big one. The title track, Goldfinger. The rhythm guitarist, you know who that was? One of the guitarists, Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin.
Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin was playing one of the rhythm and guitar for the fucking Goldfinger. Oh, come on, man. You want the 60s, they weren't.
You want to talk about my mind blown when I read that.
Exactly. Hot. Yeah, that was what, 62?
64?
Yeah. Yeah, so they weren't hot till.
No, but still, it's pretty cool to have Jimmy fucking Page on there.
Grand Wizard.
Another one, Goldfinger's finger wasn't actually gold. It was flesh colored. It was just the color of skin.
Is that a joke?
No, it's just a fact.
Yeah. Yeah.
His finger
actual
was just
finger
regular,
is actually, yeah.
Another one, the actress who played Tilly Masterson. The actress who played Tilly Masterson, she was brutally murdered on set in front of everyone after her last scene, and no one knows why. And the authorities just said it was best left unsolved.
Hat-related injury?
Yeah. So that's a big scandal, but they just kind of said,
you know what?
Fuck it.
She wasn't very nice.
Yeah. So those are the fun facts for the...
Maybe Tilly doesn't burn those bras. She lives past Goldfinger, you know
right?
I mean?
There you go. All right. So there's a Goldfinger. It's our favorite Bond. Up there. My favorite Bond. Yanis's or James Stock's arguably favorite Bond.
Number 2.
It's up there. So
plus,
there you go.
They could always topple it come next Bond film. You know,
Dude.
There's
always a contender out there.
It's just, it could happen.
Take it down. So we never know.
These things aren't set in stone.
All right. We'll see you next time.